The Carver Gym on the incredible campus of Western Washington University. This evening on Pink Night, our matchup features the Central Washington Wildcats and your Western Washington University Vikings. At this time, would everyone please rise and remove your caps? Military veterans are welcome to render a hand salute as we join together for the playing of our national anthem, performed this evening by the Western Washington University Pep Band. Fans, tonight is a special night for the Western Washington University Volleyball program as we come together to help raise awareness for the fight against breast cancer. October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Tonight, we hope to come together to help in the battle against this awful disease. In what has become a tradition for the annual Pink Night, Western Washington University Volleyball will be wearing special jerseys with pink numbers and letters graciously donated by Linda Goodrich and Sarah Penley. The last time we hosted Pink Night, our honorary coach was Kelly Aliaga, the mother of setter Malia Aliaga. Unfortunately, we lost Kelly to cancer in March 2020 after battling endometrial cancer. Fans, here's a letter that Malia has written in honor of her mother's passing. My mom was the strongest person I will ever know. Her 2.5-year battle with cancer was not easy, but she fought it with so much grace and positivity, continuing to live her life as if it were normal, working full-time, cooking, cleaning, and traveling. She lit up every room as she entered and had the most welcoming arms to anyone who crossed paths with her. She truly was the most loving person. Although she is not here physically, she lives within me where we are inseparable. Tonight, we honor her and the amazing life she lived, along with the current patients and families affected by cancer. Malia Aliaga. To honor Kelly and the Aliaga family and her courageous fight against cancer, tonight we will share that special night on October 12th, 2019, where she got to spend time with a special person. Please direct your attention to the video screen and watch that special ceremony. Tonight is a special night for the Western Washington University Volleyball program as we come together to help raise awareness and funds in the fight against breast cancer. With October being National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, tonight we hope to come together to help in the battle against this awful disease. In what has become a tradition for the annual Pink Night, Western Washington University Volleyball will not only be wearing special jerseys with pink numbers and letters graciously donated by Linda Goodrich and Sarah Penley, but they will also have a special guest serving as an honorary coach. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening's honorary coach is Kelly Aliaga, the mother of setter Malia Aliaga. Kelly Aliaga was diagnosed with endometrial cancer in November 2017. She is currently on her second drug trial and is continuing to fight this disease. Every day lived is another day for cancer research and finding a cure. With faith, hope, and love, anything is possible. The Aliagas are so thankful for the Western Washington University volleyball coaches, staff, and teammates that will always be Malia's family right here in Bellingham. We could not have asked for a better environment for her. Go Vikes. Again, ladies and gentlemen, your honorary coach, Kelly Aliaga. Fans, will now move into our starting team lineups. First, the Central Washington Wildcats, as announced by their head coach, Mario Andaya. Coach Andaya is assisted by Lauren Herseth. Fans, welcome to the court, number 6, Kayla Skipworth. Number 8, Mackenzie Borek. Number 9, Analia Vasquez. Number 10, Kylie Yamashita. Number 11, Alyssa Smith. Number 14, Shaughnessy Fisk. And number 18, Mariana Payne. Now for the starting lineups. Welcome to the court, number 1, Tia Andaya. Number 2, Sydney Remsburg. Number 12, Leanna Sharmansky. Number 16, Emma Daoud Hebert. Number 19, Ashley Kaufman. Number 21, Lainey Erickson. And the libero, number 13, Hannah Stiers. Fans, the Central Washington Wildcats. Now Viking fans on pink night, are you ready?
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Ready or not. Ready or not. Ready or not.
Fans, we're now going to introduce the 2021 Vikings, with each player sharing who they will be playing for that has been affected by cancer on this special evening. Fans, let's welcome first our head coach, Diane Flick Williams, coaching tonight in memory of her mother-in-law, Minga Williams. Coach Flick Williams is assisted by James Suh, and he is coaching in honor of his grandmother. Michaela Hall, coaching in honor of her grandmother, Connie Hall, and Chris Leverins in memory of Bob Leverins. Fans, now here are the non-starters. Number 3, Anna Marisic, in memory of Kelly Aliaga. Number 4, Anna Vanderyacht, playing in memory of Grandma Carol Vanderyacht. Number 5, Kylie Honrud, playing in honor of Aunt Jamie Neese. Number 7, Asia Stewart, playing in memory of Kelly Aliaga. Number 9, Abby May, playing in memory of Christy Lamont. Number 10, Devin Ostrich, playing in memory of great-grandma Louise Horn. Number 11, Gabby Kepley, playing in honor of Grandma Joy Kepley. Number 15, Carly Try, playing in honor of Renee McWaters. Number 16, Janelle Grant, playing in memory of Winifred Smith. Number 17, Tess Biscup, playing in honor of Sister Marissa Paris. Number 19, Adele Holland, playing in memory of Sheila Grennan Hall. Number 21, Kate Wick, playing in memory of Denise Tom. Fans, now for our starting lineups. Fans, welcome to the court. Number 6, playing in memory of in honor of Mom Kelly Aliaga and Aunt Christy Kai, Malia Aliaga. Number 8, playing in honor of Auntie Nuana Tupu Lologo. Number 12, playing in honor of Sister Marissa Paris, Chloe Ritzasender. Number 13, playing in honor of Sandy Fairchild, Olivia Fairchild. Number 18, playing in honor of Grandma Marie Heilborn, Callie Heilborn. Number 22, playing in honor of Grandma Sharon Miles, Gabby Gunterman. And our libero, number 1, playing in memory of Kelly Aliaga, Casey Woodruff. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your Western Washington Vikings!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to WECU Court on the campus of Western Washington University for tonight's GNAC matchup between Central Washington and Western Washington University. I'm Sean Church, alongside Ben Bagley. We are wearing pink tonight in honor of cancer awareness, any type of cancer, the dreaded disease. The pink will represent cancer, breast cancer, but with that being said, any type of cancer is celebrated or is honored tonight. As you can see that the Western Washington University Vikings have the white jerseys with the pink lettering, but Ben, tonight is also about revenge. Central Washington coming off of a win on the last time that they met in Ellensburg, and the Vikings are looking to bounce back with a victory of their own.
Yeah, this is going to be a really fun one tonight. The Vikings come into this one ranked number 19 in the country. They're 12-4 overall. They're 8-1 in conference play. That is actually tied for first right now. Central Washington 6-4 in conference play, just 3 games back. But as you mentioned, last time these two teams played in Ellensburg, September 23rd, the Wildcats took a 3-1 victory. Vikings are undefeated at home this season. Wildcats looking to spoil.
And the first serve underway here is long, so point Vikings. Vikings lead 1-0. And for Central Washington, they are also wearing white. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there between the two squads, but nonetheless, they will only stay on their side, so it's not as prominent as it is in basketball, as Central Washington is down on the board, and we are tied here at 1.
That was a nice big kill there by Leanna Szymanski. Szymanski is 5th in the GNAC in hitting percentage. You can see make nice big strides, covering good ground. And it down for the first kill for the Wildcats.
And Heilborn on the attack, and that one is dug out. And deflected, Woodruff right there. Aliaga over the Fairchild, 50-50 ball tapped over this cup. Aliaga over the Gunterman, and that one is dug out by Remsburg. Stiers, and that one is long. Dion Daya with the attack air. Vikings lead 2-1.
It's great to see setter Malia Aliaga back in the mix for the Vikings. She missed a couple games due to a non-COVID related injury. She was replaced by a true freshman setter, Adele Holland, who performed very well in her absence. But Aliaga, number 6, back setting for the Vikings.
And the Wildcats get a point here. They are tied. We are tied here at 2. And Central Washington is going to serve.
Another kill there by Leanna Szymanski. You see her go right down the middle and just pump it so softly right into the heart of the Western defense.
Aliaga over to Fairchild, and she puts it away. Wow. Olivia Fairchild with the kill. Vikings lead 3-2.
Yeah, that was a fast attack. I say wow because watch this. Right as soon as it's set, it is rifled right back to the back corner. Could not get much quicker than that and could not get more accurate than that. Great play by Fairchild.
And Woodruff is serving now, and that's a good serve for Woodruff, and she's gonna potentially get the ace, but good job by Stiers to tap it over. Ritzesender on the attack. Remsburg. Andaya, that one's blocked at the net. Out of system play for Remsburg. Tapped over. And Gunterman now on the attack, and that's a great block. That is Emma Dowd Hebert on the block. And we are tied here at 3.
Emma Dowd Hebert actually is first in the GNAC in blocks per set. Now, she doesn't have enough total blocks to qualify for the national rankings. But in terms of the GNAC, she sits at number 1. Olivia Fairchild's number 2.
And point Vikings here. Vikings are up 4-3. As Tupelo Logo replaces Tess Biscup, and she's going to serve.
Already 2 service errors for the Wildcats. They have 2 kills and 2 service errors.
And Tupelo Logo with the serve here. And somehow kicked over, which is legal, by the way.
No way.
I've not seen that. And the Vikings and the Wildcats are still battling as that one goes wide. And that is incredible. Casey Woodruff literally kicks it over. And the Vikings are up 5-3. And
we gotta see that one again. Check this out. Woodruff, the libero in blue. Heilborn gets a touch, and she just kicks it over.
Just
that
nonchalantly.
did not hit the ground.
That is incredible.
That is the greatest play I've ever seen here in Carver.
Which is legal, but it's tough to...
That could not have been done any better because Heilborn, it came down, and she just squeaked it in there. She got the first touch, barely like 3 inches off the ground. Woodruff just threw her foot out there, and it just went over. That was marvelous. That was awesome.
And the officials are talking this over because there's a good chance they haven't seen this happen.
I mean, we certainly saw it on the replay. To my eye, that did not even come close to touching the ground.
I think they were going off the dig of Heilborn, potentially. But Woodruff kicks it over, and the reason why it's legal, Ben, you can explain this too, is that there's no real competitive advantage to kicking it over.
True. True, and in volleyball, you think intuitively it's one of like an only hand sport, but you can hit it off any part of your body as long as it does not touch the ground. It's legal.
And Tupelo Logo gets the ace. Vikings up 6-3 as you see Woodruff and Heilborn do their hilarious celebration after an ace.
Really nice serve there, straight to the back line.
And that's another good serve by the Logo on the give and go. Dug out. Found the middle of the court, but Stiers with a great dig. And on that attack, the Vikings with the block.
Stiers made a great diving play right before this replay started. You can see at the net, that's Ritzesender and the setter Aliaga teaming up for a block.
And Tupelo Logo again with the good serve. If she's making it difficult for the Wildcats to get something going here. Aliaga over the Ritzesender, taps it over. A little bit too much air as Stiers is right there. And Daya over the paint, and that one's blocked, but then dug out. Set back as Ritzesender puts it away.
Ritzesender putting that one away. Vikings lead 8-3. Just a second kill for the Vikings. Great short set by Aliaga right down the middle. We have been seeing some very strong defense from both sides, though. Diving stops, acrobatic stops, all over the place.
And again, another good serve, but even a better defensive play by the Wildcats to go on the offensive and the attack on that one, Ben, because that was a really good serve again by Tupelo Logo, but the Wildcats did a great job of stopping the bleeding here of the run, and they now trail by 4, and they have the serve.
Last time these two teams played, Central outkilled Western 59-44. It's a huge offensive advantage last time they played.
And a cross-court set to Gunterman. Oh, my. That one was almost straight down, as you can see on this replay.
Man, that is a heat-seeking missile.
And Gunterman is going to serve here, too.
I'm surprised it didn't leave a dent in this in the court here.
And she follows it up with an ace of her own. And the Vikings are up 10-4, Ben, and they have came out ready to play. And that's where we're going to go to a timeout on the floor. Coach Ndaya wants to talk things over We're here in the first set at Pink Night. Vikings lead the Wildcats 10-4. We'll be right back.
Quality food brings people together, so we continue to provide the best and freshest food available. Every day, we reach out, finding the best producers right here in our backyard. At Hagen, we partner with passionate local producers, farmers, and fishers to find you the best sustainable, fresh, and organic food. Hagen, Northwest Fresh since 1933.
And welcome back to WECU Court for Pink Night here in Bellingham, Washington. Central Washington taking on Western Washington. Vikings up early, 10-4, and Ben, Vikings have came out with a lot of energy, and they're serving really well tonight.
Serving well, playing very strong defense, too. This offense is clicking.
And Ritzasander puts it away. And Ben, that's a great job by the Vikings to come out of a timeout by Central Washington with a quick point.
Yeah, especially when Aliaga is in this offense. The Vikings just have so many different avenues of attackers they can go to. That time it was Ritzasander picking up her second kill.
And Gunterman is serving here. As Payne goes, and Ulogo, and somehow Woodruff keeps it and dumps it over by Aliaga. Payne tries to place it, and it looks like she may have missed time to jump, missed time to hit. And another point for the Vikings. Vikings are up 12-4 here in the first set.
That was a very crafty attempt by Mariana Payne. She tried to completely redirect the ball and hit it into this really shallow side of the court. Just couldn't quite get it over, but she did get the misdirection. Mariana Payne, the Wildcats, I should say, started off their season with opening here at Western.
And it looks like there's going to be
a
challenge here, and I'm not exactly sure. I think maybe a touch of the net, potentially.
I think it was before Mariana Payne had that ball hit into the net. Like the sequence before, they're checking to see if a Western player touched the net, because the Central players in the middle of that point reacted as if somebody on Western did. We will get some official word soon. As I was saying, though, about the Wildcats and Mariana Payne, they started their year right here in Bellingham. The WWU Invitational played some top teams. They played 4 games. I believe, Sean, they went 2-2, 1-2. There we go, 1-2. Mariana Payne, though, I actually voted her as my player of the tournament. She was fantastic. She averaged almost 16 kills per match, just really dominating at the net. So in her first 4 games of the season, that was 15.75 kills per match. Since then, just 9.1 in the next 12 games. So Mariana Payne, her offense, which was there in the beginning, you can see the replay here, checking to see if a Western player hit the net. Keep your eye on, I believe that's Tupu Lologo or Amelia Aliaga jumping up. Net certainly it was actually the knee of number 19 on the Wildcats.
I was going to say.
Ashley Kaufman.
It's almost like as if he's challenging his own player touching the net.
I think they all thought it was a Western player, but it was actually the knee of Kaufman.
Yes. But go ahead, Ben, and keep talking about Mariana Payne, because she has been a pain for the Vikings.
She certainly has. I mean, she has almost 3 kills per set. That point will go to the Vikings on the year. Last time these two teams played, Mariana Payne had 13 kills. Really just tore it up. She really just hasn't been there over the last 12 games. She started off the year super strong, has taken a step back, has shown flashes of brilliance, but she'll try to be more consistent as the season pans out. And is certainly going to look to start a big game here with the Vikings already up 12-4.
Mariana Payne, too, a freshman.
Oh, she's terrific, and she's going to be a star.
It's incredible how young both these teams are, how young the GNAC is in general.
And how good the GNAC is.
How good, how young, and how exciting every match is. As that one is sent back, and just talking about Payne, she puts it back. Great defensive play by the freshman, and Central Washington now trail by 7, and Stiers is going to serve for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Mariana Payne, you just saw that athleticism getting so high up. That was her 50th block on the season.
And Aliaga over the Ritzesender. Just have to set over by Erickson. Aliaga over the Heilborn, and that one is blocked. Stiers again, and on that attack, that was Kaufman. Again, set over by Ritzesender, almost tries to find the corner, and that's how she's going to get it. As Central Washington's going to get called for the carry. So, kill by Ritzesender, and she's going to serve here. Vikings up 13-5.
Yeah, that was still a tremendous effort, though. I believe that was Lainey Erickson laying out for it. Just couldn't quite get it back over.
And Ritzesender with a great serve. But better defense. Actually, even better defense by the Vikings here. As that one is tapped over, placed perfectly by Fairchild. Vikings are up 14-5.
Let me tell you, the Vikings in their last 3 games, 3 wins, 3 sweeps, they have looked very, very strong. Their last game on Thursday, they won against Northwest Nazarene in straight sets, 24-14, 24-14, 24-12. They also, in each of those sets they swept against Northwest Nazarene, they had at least a 10-point lead in every single set. Here they are right now, 10-point lead over the Wildcats.
As Ritzesender gets an ace for the Vikings, 15-5. And Ritzesender is going to serve again, and she gets it in there. That's what they're going to call, and I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Ndaya challenges this one. Looks like he's just going to call a timeout to talk things over. Let's see. No, it looked like it potentially hit the net, but nonetheless, Coach Ndaya wants to talk things over. Vikings up 16-5. We'll be right back.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Dear college sports,
there's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us
and for college sports.
We're here at Pink Night at WECU Court in Bellingham, Washington. Vikings taking on the Wildcats. Vikings lead 16-5. We just found out they're on a 13-2 run. It was tied at 3. As that one's in, as it deflects, so Central Washington bounces back from that timeout. But before that kill by Central Washington, the Vikings were on a 13-2 run. So I guess it's a 13-3 run now, Ben. But the Wildcats are going to serve.
That last kill there was by Mariana Payne. Payne picking up her first.
And Remsburg is going to serve as that one almost goes deep, but great job by Woodruff to play it safe because then Fairchild puts it away with the kill. Vikings lead 17-6.
Now look at this by Olivia Fairchild. Just the elevation. Her arm just like a slingshot just right over the head of the libero Stiers. 17-6 the lead.
And oh my goodness, that was one of the hardest serves I've ever seen. Malia Aliaga gets an ace, and the Vikings are serving it fantastically tonight.
Vikings came into this game actually dead last in the GNAC as a team in service aces. They were 4 behind the next team. They have 5 service aces already tonight, no longer in last place.
And I'm not surprised. That kind of serve that Malia Aliaga was going to try to do did not leave a lot of room for error. As that one goes right into the net. Central Washington gets the point, and they are down by 11. Kaufman's going to serve. Aliaga over to Biscup, and she's going to get it. Biscup now on the board. Actually, that's her, yes, that is her first kill of the match. Vikings lead 19-7.
It was really strong defense by the Wildcats at the net. That was it, Tia Ndaya. And Szymanski there, just Biskup just had the power to put it through.
That one goes long. Service error for the Vikings. Vikings lead now 19-8.
19-8, an 11-point victory, or excuse me, lead against the Wildcats. They lost back on September 23rd. They lost the first set 25-13, won the second 25-19, and were defeated in the remaining two. Not quite the case here tonight in Bellingham.
Not nearly as much, but that's a great defensive play. That was by Dowd Hebert with the block. And so Central Washington is down by 10.
Dowd Hebert, as we mentioned, is first in the GNAC in blocks per set, 1.51 for her.
Michaela Skipworth is serving it for Central Washington as Gunterman taps it over. Good defense by Ndaya. Remsburg deflected as that one goes long. Great defense play by the Vikings. And Gunterman gets another kill for the Vikings. Second kill of the night. Vikings lead 20-9.
Very nice set by Malia Aliaga, nice and high. Gave Gabby Gunterman plenty of time to get under it.
And serving for the Vikings is Woodruff. Deep serve, Remsburg. That one over the Bork, and that's a good dig by Aliaga. And that's a great defense. Oh my goodness, great defense by all three teams. That was insane.
Hey, that's Viking volleyball right there. You got a huge attack by Gabby Gunterman, dug out very nicely by Stiers. Back to the net, Gunterman again. Central rallies, bam, blocked at the net by Ritzesender.
And that was a great defensive play, couple plays by Stiers before that, but Ritzesender again with the solo block. We've seen that happen a lot this season. As Biskup goes for it, Remsburg digs it out. Stiers over the Bork, deflected. Aliaga right there, out of system play. Ritzesender over the Biskup. Remsburg right there. Stiers over to Ndaya. And that was blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Good timing by the Twins for the Vikings, but that one goes out of bounds. Ndaya with the kill. Vikings lead by 11.
Tia Ndaya, we haven't said her name much in this broadcast. She's back to serve. A tremendous year. Official position is setter, but she also has 130 kills on the year. She's actually coming into this one, has tied the GNAC single season record with 5 triple doubles this season.
And it looks like that one will be long. On the attack air by the Vikings. And Ndaya was, along with Payne, on the all-tournament team early at the 2021 WWU Invitational at the start of September. And Ndaya is the transfer student from Gonzaga and daughter of Coach Mario Ndaya. And on the attack, Payne is right there, Woodruff. A little bit of miscommunication, but good job by the Vikings to keep it alive. Boric, Ndaya, and that one. Ritzesender puts it away. Vikings up 22-11. And Tupulogo is going to come in for Tess Biskup, as you can see on this replay.
Just the fast attack. Malia Aliaga isn't giving a huge, big set as quick as she can. Ritzesender was right there. Ritzesender and Fairchild, I believe, are the two best fast attackers off of Aliaga sets on this team.
And Lulogo with the serves. That one goes long. Payne on the attack. 23-11. Vikings 2 points away from taking this first set here at home.
Tupu Lulogo is back to serve. She already has 1 ace in this set.
And Lulogo with another good serve. Ndaya over to Payne as that one's deflected. Lulogo, Aliaga over to Gunterman, and it looks like that was deflected.
Now they're giving the point here to Central. It looked like it was tipped to my eye. All the Western players immediately asking Coach Flick Williams to challenge, and it looks like she will.
And I don't think she's going to win this one. This one might be a quick one. It looked from the naked eye, which Coach Diane Flick Williams has the same angles almost as we do, that it was deflected, but I think it went in between, but we'll see. Vikings will go on to take, actually the next home match will be in a couple Saturdays, but they will go to Alaska next week. They'll take on Fairbanks at 12:30. It looks like 12:30 Pacific time on a Thursday. Wow, I was not expecting that one. 12:30 against Fairbanks, and then Saturday will be against Anchorage at 8 p.m. Pacific time. Next time the Vikings will be at home will be against St. Martin's on the 4th, and that will be 3 matches in 5 nights, because the Vikings will take on St. Martin's on the 4th, that's a Thursday. Then the 6th will be against Western Oregon, that's a Saturday. And then on Monday, it will be the rescheduled Alaska-Anchorage match. That is a Monday. All game times will be at 7 p.m.
We have a replay here of that previous play. See if it's going off of the hand of a central defender. And man, that is very tough to tell. All I can tell from this is that Gabby Gunterman hits the ball very fast.
Yes. And that is incredibly hard to overturn also. We've noticed, Ben, since we've had replay here the last 3 seasons, that it is incredibly difficult to overturn something at the net. Most of the time, the calls that are overturned are ones that are either in or out. But we'll see what happens here. And it looks like the call is going to stand.
Some of the Western players had a little bit of a face of shock. It definitely did to the naked eye. It looked like it was tipped, but the video replay shows that it wasn't.
If you can see the screen here, I think it was the angle that we were just seeing that showed really not a whole lot of contact. But again, it's the indisputable evidence part of it that probably did not play in the Vikings' favor.
And the path of the ball didn't change at all in the replay. It just went straight. If it was touched by a hand, it would have altered in some way.
And it could have been one of those situations where if it was called for the Vikings, it probably would have stayed with the Vikings. As that one is a service ace. For Central Washington, that was Erickson, and they're down by 10 now, and she's going to serve again.
Casey Woodruff, usually so sure on these returns off or service returns. She hit that one right into the net, made it tough, and Aliaga just hit it right out of bounds.
And Erickson's going to serve again. Good job by Woodruff. Aliaga over to Gunterman, who taps it over, just gets it over, and a great job by Ndaya to keep it alive. Aliaga over to Gunterman again, and Gunterman decides to use power this time instead of finesse. Vikings lead 24-13.
Here we are, set point for the Vikings. Gabby Gunterman, look at that, just taking something off, but that was actually dug out in return by the Wildcats. They've been playing some very strong defense, even though the scoreboard doesn't reflect it.
And that's a great serve by Gunterman. Stiers just has to set it over. Gunterman, Aliaga over to Ritzesender, and that's how this set is going to end. Fittingly for Ritzesender, who has played a great set offensively and defensively. She gets the kill. The Vikings take the first set, 25-13. When we come back, it will be second set. We'll be right back.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Quality food brings people together, so we continue to provide the best and freshest food available. Every day, we reach out, finding the best producers right here in our backyard. At Hagen, we partner with passionate local producers, farmers, and fishers to find you the best sustainable, fresh, and organic food. Hagen, Northwest Fresh since 1933.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours. In NCAA Division
And welcome back to
II,
WECU
student
Court for
athletes
Pink
leave a
Night
lasting
here
impression
at Western
on
Washington
communities.
University.
That's
Vikings
because Division II
taking the first set,
student athletes
25 to
make a difference
13.
and truly
Ben
be part of their
Bagley, my
surrounding
partner, is going to go over
communities.
some stats from the first set.
Vikings,
Ben, go ahead.
Excuse me, Sean. I got ahead of myself. Vikings offense just kind of went off a little bit in that first set, you could say. 12 kills. Central had just 5. 5 service aces for the Vikings, just 1 for the Wildcats. Western also had a 78% side-out percentage, meaning Central had 14 serves, and Western scored on 11 of them. So right now, the Wildcats have been playing some solid defense in terms of being able to get the ball back over, but the Western offense has just been stronger, and it's just attack after attack after attack until one of them ends up falling. Central, despite the lopsided score, looked strong, I would say, in that first set. Just needs their strong defense to translate to stronger offense.
And not a lot of errors by them. Definitely they could they could play better for sure, but not a lot of, I would say when it comes down to it, the Vikings just played a very, very good set. At Central Washington, I wouldn't be surprised if they bounce back in the second one.
When Western plays a set like that, it's going to be pretty tough for almost anybody to beat them.
100%. That one's put away right off the bat.
Yeah, don't count Central out of this match at all.
Ashley Kaufman with the kill. Wildcats up 1-0.
See Ashley Kaufman right down the pipe to the back corner. Great placement. I should also mention, in this game back when these two teams met in Ellensburg back on September 23rd, Central won the first set 25-13. All of a sudden here, Western has won the first set 25-13, and I just talked over a whole other point.
The Vikings get a point here. We're tied at 1.
That kill by Callie Heilborn, her first.
And Heilborn is going to serve. Good serve by the sophomore. Zendaya, is that one dug out by Heilborn. Gunterman on the attack, and she gets it. Gunterman now with 4 kills on the night. Vikings lead 2-1.
Malia Aliaga is making her attackers look really, really good right now. Gabby Gunterman gets a perfect feed. Plays a very shallow angle, too. Nice placement right off the hands of the Libero Stiers.
As Heilborn gets another good serve. Erickson on the attack. Woodruff right there to dig it out. Aliaga over to Biscup, and that's a good block by Szymanski. Fairchild on the attack. That one dug out by, I believe that was potentially, was that Erickson? No, that was Kaufman who dug it out. Nonetheless, I'm way behind as Gunterman gets another kill. That's 5 kills on the match. Back-to-back kills for the junior. Vikings now lead 3-1.
Gabby Gunterman from the exact same location. This time she went down the line, and it was blocked at the net, but blocked straight down for a kill.
And Heilborn's going to serve again. Vikings up 3-1. Remsburg, Szymanski somehow gets it on. Gunterman taps it over. Erickson right there. Remsburg gets it over Kaufman, and Gunterman right there to dig it out. Aliaga, good timing play. Remsburg right there. Stiers over to Ndaya, and Ndaya gets the kill. That is her second kill of the match, and the Vikings now lead by 1.
Well done by Tia Ndaya to get a kill there. Right through 2 very strong blockers in Fairchild and Gunterman. Ndaya, we mentioned, 5 triple-doubles this season. That's tied for the single-season GNAC record. She just had 0 kills in her last game, so back in the scoring column for her.
And Kayla Skipworth is in the match. She's going to serve, but before I get too ahead of myself, the Vikings bounce back with another kill to their credit. That was Tess Biscup. Vikings now lead 4-2.
Yeah, you can see how she hooked her hand and really played it shallow to get that kill.
And Casey Woodruff is going to serve for the Vikings. Vikings have 0 seniors on the squad this year. As that is good hustle by Remsburg, but nonetheless, Vikings with another point and another service ace.
Sydney Remsburg, you got to give her credit for the effort, full extension, and crashing into the scores table. But nonetheless, an ace for the Vikings, their 6th.
And Woodruff, another good serve, as that one was deep. Wemsburg. And that one is blocked. That was Gunterman. Ritzesender was also at the net as well, but usually we go off the reactions, and it looks like Gunterman was the one who had it, and that's exactly what happened. Vikings lead 6-2.
3 total blocks now for each team in the match. Vikings had 2 in the first set, now 1 in the second.
That one knuckles over for Woodruff, tapped over by Ndaya, but Gunterman reads it like a book. Aliaga over to Biskup, and that one potentially dug out by Stiers, but goes up. And I believe it hit one of our cameramen in the back of the head. Hopefully he's all right. The Vikings lead 7-2, and I was telling Ben earlier in warm-ups that happened to me. As Dowd Hebert gets the kill, and the Wildcats are now down 4.
Were you saying that you hit a ball that hard, or you were hit by a ball that hard?
I would never hit a ball that hard. I would only get hit that hard. You knew the answer to that question. Gunterman on the attack. Out of system play, Ritzesender over to Biskup, and that one looks like went off the bottom of her palm right into the net. So Central Washington now down by 3.
Biskup had that big kill just a few points ago, but that one tried to take something off of it. Took almost everything off of it right into the net.
And I guess everyone is joking around that it didn't hurt because there's not a lot there for the thing when I got hit in the head. As that is a carry by Central Washington. Vikings with the point, up by 4.
Nice
Logo is going to serve here.
I was going to say, nice extension there by Hannah Stiers. She put the ball right to the net, but just a miscommunication.
And Tupu Logo with another good serve. Tries to get into no man's land. As that is going to be another point for the Vikings, as it looks like on that attack by Mackenzie Bork hit the antenna, I believe. So the Vikings now lead by 5.
So far in this match, the Wildcats have 8 kills and 8 attack errors. You can see this ball crash off the antenna. So 8 and 8 for the Wildcats, but 17 kills, just 6 attack errors for the Vikings.
That's a good save by Ndaya. But Heilborn on the attack, that one. Great dig by Ndaya. Payne just has to tap it over Woodruff right there. Great defensive position. And there's a pancake by Stiers. Ndaya over to Payne, dug out by Heilborn. And Gunterman puts it away. Deflects and goes in. You don't get double points for that, but you almost should. Vikings lead 10-4.
Just textbook from Gabby Gunterman. Big, strong kill right down the line. Vikings with a 10-4 lead. There's a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Quality food brings people together, so we continue to provide the best and freshest food available. Every day, we reach out, finding the best producers right here in our backyard. At Hagen, we partner with passionate local producers, farmers, and fishers to find you the best sustainable, fresh, and organic food. Hagen, Northwest Fresh since 1933.
And welcome back to WECU Court for tonight's GDAC battle between the Vikings and the Central Washington Wildcats. Vikings up 10-4 here in the second set. They won the first set 25-13. In control here in set number 2 as Tupu Lulogo is going to serve for the Vikings. On the attack, Payne finds the spot in the court. It looks like it was also deflected. So Central Washington now down 5.
Mariana Payne picking up her second kill there. 12 total attacks for her. showing off that power. She has the most attacks on the team. Just 2 kills for her.
And Erickson's going to serve for Central Washington. Deflected over, Woodruff. Aliaga over to Gunterman. And Daya with a good defensive play. And Kaufman with some mustard and salsa. I don't know why I said that.
That was a strong one regardless from Kaufman. She leads this team with kills. She's 9th in the GNAC in total kills. And man, she soared on that one, spiking it straight down. Textbook.
And Erickson's going to serve again. Heilborn. Aliaga over to Ritzesender. And even though that was blocked by Central Washington, good eyes by the Vikings to let it go out. So the Vikings now lead 11-6.
That one will count as a kill by Chloe Ritzesender. So Ritzesender and Gunterman, who's back to serve, are tied for the team lead with 6 kills.
And Gunterman with the midway serve. That one way long. So point Wildcats. They trail by 4 now.
6 service aces and 3 service errors now for the Vikings. 1 service ace and 2 service errors for the Wildcats.
And Stiers with a good serve. Gunterman, Aliaga over the Ritzesender, but that was blocked. And that's going to be a jump ball. And I did not really see what happened on that one, Ben. Let's see the replay. It looks like they're going to call and I said jump ball because I'm used to that basketball call. It looks like it's just going to be a redo.
The rare replay the point. So still 11-7. Forget that ever happened.
Yes. Do one of those Ben in Black things and just forget the last 10 seconds. As Aliaga over the Ritzesender as that one is out. So Central Washington now down by 3 here at Carver Gymnasium. And Hannah Stiers is going to serve.
3 of the last 4 points have gone the Wildcats' way.
As Heilborn gets it. Dumped over by Aliaga. Great job by the Vikings and the Wildcats keep it going. Stiers. And that is a great defensive dig by Heilborn. Payne hits it wide.
That play, or that point by the Vikings, was set up by a great defensive play right there by Callie Heilborn, ranging to her left, getting her fist on it. And that one goes straight out of bounds. 12-8 to the Vikings here in Carver Gymnasium.
And that's a good serve by the Vikings here. Gunterman, Aliaga over to Fairchild, and that's dug out again, but that's going to be 4 hits. Vikings up now 13-8.
See Olivia Fairchild there right down the pipe, attacking Hannah Stiers, the libero, hit it straight at her.
And Ritzesender is going to serve. Good serve by the junior. Good defense. As that one is put away. Ashley Kaufman, the sophomore, with the kill. And Remsburg is going to serve as she's in the match again for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Kaufman coming to life here in this second set. 2 big, strong kills we've seen from her in just the last couple of points.
And Remsburg, Aliaga, and Heilborn puts it away. And Heilborn with the kill here at Carver Gymnasium. Vikings lead 14-9.
Malia Aliaga is back to serve. She has 1 ace, 1 error.
And Aliaga hits it wide. Service error. We are down by, actually check that. Vikings are up by 4. Wildcats are down by 4. And Ashley Kaufman is going to serve for the Wildcats. Is that one? And it looks like Kaufman's going to get the kill. Central Washington now down by 3.
That was Olivia Fairchild right here at the net. Jumped too early, actually. You can see her kind of wipe her mouth
Aliaga over to Biscup. And I love rallies like this. As that one hits it wide. We're here at Carver Gymnasium.
3 straight points by the Wildcats now. A service error and then back-to-back kills.
And Aliaga over to Biscup. And Daya on the attack. Gunterman, and she gets the kill. And Gunterman has 7 kills on the match. Vikings lead 15-12.
Vikings just waited for that one to set up. Wildcats had some good returns over and over. Great diving stop there by Stiers. Gabby Gunterman from the back line. Almost blocked by Szymanski, but out of bounds.
And on the attack, Szymanski, and she's going to get the point. Great kill by the 5th year. The Wildcats now trail by 2.
Leanna Szymanski now with her 3rd kill. Wildcats have scored 3 of the last 4 points to get back into the 2nd set.
And Skipworth is going to serve for Central Washington. Fairchild! And Fairchild now with 5 kills on the match.
Strong one from Fairchild right down the middle again.
And Casey Woodruff is going to serve. Woodruff, the sophomore, serving it. Remsburg over to Hendaya, and that's a good dig by Heilborn. Remsburg over the Boric, and another dig by Heilborn. Aliaga over to Heilborn. Vikings live another day here as Hendaya goes for the kill, and that was blocked by one of the twins, but that one is deflected, and they're going to call it a deflection. The Vikings lead 17-13. And let's see the replay here. Again, good reaction by the Vikings. And they're not going to challenge this play, so Gunterman has 8 kills on the match.
Great dig there by Heilborn.
Heilborn has had a great defensive set. And Daya, and she puts it away. Vikings lead 17-14.
A lot of action in the back line for the Vikings right now. Casey Woodruff and Kylie Heilborn are getting nearly every dig. Blocked at the net there. You saw Woodruff had the initial beat on it. She jumped to her right, but then it was tipped to her left. She couldn't get back over.
And Daya with the serve. Gunterman on the attack once more as that one almost goes long. I think that could have gone long, but nonetheless, the Vikings with the point, and Gunterman 1 point away from double digits.
I believe that was Tia Andaya. Number 1. No, it was Kaufman in the back. She just misset it. Just went right through her hands.
The Vikings lead 18-14. And Tupu Lologo is going to serve. Lologo with another good serve. She's been serving it well tonight. As Payne on the attack. That one goes long. Vikings up 19-14. Let's see if Coach Hendaya calls a timeout. And he's not going to here. As Tupu Lologo is going to serve.
That last one was an attack error by Mariana Payne. She now has 6.
The service error for Tupu Lologo. Vikings lead by 4 as Erickson for the Wildcats replaces Boric, and Erickson's going to serve.
Central really just hanging in this one, getting key points. They haven't fallen by more than 5 points behind in the last couple of rallies here. 4-point lead for the Vikings.
And Erickson with a good serve here. Heilborn, Aliaga over the Ritza Center, deflected. Stiers there to dig it out. And Daya over to Payne, and she puts it away. Mariana Payne now with 3 kills to her credit. Vikings now only lead by 3.
That was also a great set by Tia Andaya. Andaya has 4 kills, 5 assists, and 6 digs.
And Erickson's going to serve again for Central Washington. Lologo. Aliaga dumps it over. Steyer's right there. Read it like a book. On the attack. And that is a great job by Central Washington.
Yeah, Kaufman in that corner has been really, really strong in the second set. She gets another kill, excuse me. There's a timeout on the floor. We're going to go to a quick break. There's a replay to take us there. 19-17 Vikings.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Dear college sports,
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
we've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us
And for college
sports.
And welcome back to WECU Court for Pink Night. Vikings taking on the Wildcats. You can see on this replay, Fairchild having a good match thus far for the Vikings. 5 kills to her credit. Vikings lead the second set 19-17. They've won the first set in convincing fashion, 25-13. But Central Washington has done a great job of chipping away at the Viking lead here in this second set, and they only trail by 2. As Gunterman will get the kill here coming out of the timeout. Vikings lead 20-17.
A big point for the Vikings there coming out of that timeout. The Wildcats are on a 3-0 run. There's Gabby Gunterman putting it down the line off the hands of the blockers and in regardless.
And Gunterman is going to serve again. Gunterman now with 10 kills on the night. And that's good defense by the Vikings again. Another out-of-system play as Kaufman puts it away, and then she used the power, and it got blocked. But then she finessed it in the middle of the court, and now the Wildcats only trail by 2 again.
Yeah, Kaufman again. She's made the Vikings pay a couple times due to her power. This time they respected the power. She made them pay with finesse.
Tupula logo, Aliaga over to Heilborn, and that is a block by Payne. Out-of-system play again, and that one is put away. Point Vikings. Vikings lead 21-18.
That was an impressive kill by Callie Heilborn. This ball barely skirts over the net, about as close as you could get, and it just dies straight down.
And Ritzesender with an assist, to her credit. On the attack, Erickson on the attack gets it blocked by Fairchild, and the Vikings lead 22-18, and we're going to keep things here as the Vikings are 3 points away from taking the second set to go up 2-0. We have some news here from earlier. I stated that the Vikings' next match next Thursday in Alaska at Fairbanks was at 12:30 Pacific time. That actually was changed, and it will be at 8 p.m. Pacific time. So both matches next week against the Alaska schools, Anchorage on Saturday, Fairbanks on Thursday, will be at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And the Vikings will be back home after the trip to Alaska next Thursday, actually the following Thursday rather, against St. Martin's. Then that Saturday against Western Oregon. And then that following Monday against Alaska Anchorage. All game times at 7 p.m. And yes, that was a lot to say.
While we have a quick moment here in the timeout, I want to point out a really cool stat just about the GNAC. We know how good of a blocking team Western is. I also mentioned that Central's a very good blocking team, but how about this? Of the top 8 teams in the country, the top 8 blocking teams in terms of block per set in the country, 4 of those teams are GNAC teams. Western is number 4 in the country, Seattle Pacific is number 6, Central's number 7, Alaska Fairbanks number 8. So you mentioned earlier, Sean, for Alaska Fairbanks, They're number 8 in the country in blocks per set, but 4th in their conference.
And that's got to be pretty difficult. And that's a great dig by the Vikings. Tapped over. And that's the second time we've seen that in the last handful of points, where Ashley Kaufman goes for the power, gets it blocked, and instead goes for the finesse and gets the point. And so Central Washington comes out of the timeout with a quick point, and they now trail by 3, and Remsburg's going to serve for the Wildcats. And Remsburg with a good serve. Woodruff right there. Aliaga dumps it over, and that was a clutch move by the underclassman with 3 years of eligibility, to her credit and to her experience, because that one would have been a tough one to set to a potential attack. So the Vikings now 2 points away from taking this second set. Another good block by Fairchild, and Heilborn hits it into the net, so the Vikings now only lead by 3.
That attack error by Callie Heilborn. She now has 3 kills and 2 attack errors, 17 total attacks.
Woodruff, Aliaga, over to Heilborn. That's good dig by Stiers. Remsburg tapped over by Kaufman. Kaufman having a great match thus far. 8 kills to her credit. She leads the Wildcats, and they are now down by 2.
Kaufman with a .438 hitting percentage. Very, very strong stuff in the second set.
And she's going to serve. And Heilborn hits it through, and she's going to get the kill. Heilborn with only 4 kills tonight so far, but she has 15 digs, playing a great defense for the Vikings, and she's going to serve for set point. No rotation on that serve for Heilborn as Stiers gets it to Erickson, and that one dug out by Woodruff. Aliaga over to Gunterman, and that one dug out by Stiers. Remsburg cross court. Erickson taps it over, and the Wildcats have done a great job of that this set, finding the middle of the court, placing it perfectly, and they're now down by 2.
And you can see it's going to be Kaufman again. Way to the outside. That was not Kaufman, excuse me. That is number 21, Erickson. Thank you. And they've done that a couple times. They just drop it right into the middle of the Western defense. And I quickly looked over at Coach Slicker Williams right when that happened. Not pleased. She was not happy with seeing that. Western needs to figure out how to stop that defensively. But for Central, here they come climbing right back.
And Skipworth in the game now. She's been a serving specialist this match. And looks like a little bit of mistiming when it came down to the set. Remsburg over the Bork as that one is blocked and put away. Gunterman with the block. And once she made sure that she could actually stay at her feet, because she came down on Fairchild's ankle, she was able to celebrate that point, as you can see right here. Great camera we have here at WECU Court. And the Vikings win the second set 25-22, and they lead 2-0 when we come back. Set number 3. We'll be right back.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Quality food brings people together, so we continue to provide the best and freshest food available. Every day, we reach out, finding the best producers right here in our backyard. At Hagen, we partner with passionate local producers, farmers, and fishers to find you the best sustainable, fresh, and organic food. Hagen, Northwest Fresh since 1933.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
And welcome back to WECU Court for Pink Night here in Bellingham, Washington. Western Washington University Vikings lead 2-0 over Central Washington. Ben Begley has the stats from the first 2 sets. Ben, go ahead.
Vikings right now, more kills, fewer attack errors, and that's usually a combination for victory. Vikings right now with 29 total kills, just 21 for the Wildcats. Central did play a lot better in that second set, had more kills, less attack errors in the first set, but the Vikings just so efficient. 17 kills and 3 attack errors. They hit 304 in that second set with 3 total blocks as well. But for the Wildcats, a very nice second set by Ashley Kaufman. She has 8 kills in the match. All of them came back in that second set. She leads the Wildcats with 8 kills. And leading the way for the Vikings right now, Gabby Gunterman with 10 kills. She's hitting 320. Chloe Ritzesender, 6 kills. She's hitting 385. Olivia Fairchild, 5 kills. She's hitting 625. So some great hitting percentages across the board for the Vikings. They're up 2-0. They have 3 sweeps in a row, and they'll be looking for their 4th as we enter the 3rd set.
And Central Washington will serve. That is Shaughnessy Fisk. She's getting action for the first time this match. The Vikings with the point to start this 3rd set. They lead 1-0 as Tess Biscup replaces Tupulu Logo, and Malia Aliaga is going to serve.
Good job by Olivia Fairchild and Malia Aliaga. Fairchild is in position. We normally see her hit that down the line. She took something off of it and went to the middle of the defense. Great placement.
Is that one blocked perfect? Well, not blocked perfectly, timed perfectly, but too much power by Mariana Payne. She gets the kill, and we are tied here at 1.
Payne now up to 4 kills. 6 attack errors for her. So you're going right off the face of Callie Heilborn.
As Heilborn comes back, and that one is dug out by Fisk. Tapped over by Kaufman. And somehow, some way, almost the Vikings get that rally to get over, but that's going to be 4 hits. And that was Szymanski, who's going to probably get credit for that kill.
See that ball just keep popping up. They're out of the frame, but that was Callie Heilborn laying on her back trying to do something on defense.
Central Washington up 2-1. And they're now up 3-1. And I could be mistaken, Ben, but this is probably their largest lead of the match thus far.
I haven't been keeping my notes, but I believe it might be. Western has led throughout, if I'm not mistaken. That was a big kill there, or the attack error by Heilborn, the block by Szymanski and Payne.
And Stiers had a good service. Fairchild hits it wide. So the Wildcats are now up 4-1, using that momentum by chipping at the lead in the second set. And again, Ben, we've talked about this night in and night out about how important it is to get that momentum going into the next set, even if you don't end up winning it.
Yeah, but Olivia Fairchild's pretty good at getting the momentum right back. Fairchild there, you'll see on this replay, Aliaga's right, same position. She goes cross court, getting it down, snapping a 4-0 Central run.
And Heilborn hits it long. So Central Washington up 5-2 here as Remsburg is in the game for Payne, and Remsburg is gonna serve.
Service error by the Vikings, those their 6th. So 6 aces, 6 service errors.
And Remsburg, the midway serve, is that one knuckles. Aliaga tapped over by Biscup. That was good defense by Kaufman and Szymanski. Some more good defense. But it looks like that block went off of the antenna, so the Vikings will get the point here. Biscup will get the kill.
Yeah, you can see it on this replay here right after this one. See that antenna shake and the head right on top of it.
And Remsburg And on the attack, Gunterman, and she gets it. Gunterman now with 11 kills in the match. Vikings with 2 straight points. They now trail by 1.
Having a very offensive game, 11 kills, 26 total attacks, hitting .346.
And Casey Woodruff is going to serve again for the Vikings. Remsburg over to Antaya. And Heilborn's right there. But she has her dig go out of bounds. So Andaya with the kill. And the Wildcats up 6-4.
Hey, how about that kind of power from your setter? So far, she hit it so hard that it bounced all the way back out of play under a bleacher, I think. Man.
Heilborn, Aliaga over to Ritzesender, and that one dug out by Stiers. Andaya tapped over, almost into no man's land again. Vikings this time play good defense. Puts it away, and Central Washington is up by 3 once again here in this third set.
This Central offense has come to life in a big way in this third set. 4 kills, 7 total attacks, hitting .571 as a team. No attack errors.
And Biskup on the attack. That one is blocked. Cross court over to Gunterman, deflected, and good dig by Kaufman. Cross court to Andaya, and that's good block by the Twins. Tapped over by Szymanski, and that's good defense. Out of system play, over to Heilborn, hits the top of the net, and Kaufman's right there. Remsburg over to Kaufman for the give and go, and that's dug out by Heilborn, but on the other side of the net, Andaya on the attack, and that one again is dug out by Heilborn. Szymanski hits it into the net, and oh my goodness. What a rally, and what a couple of defensive stances by the Vikings, specifically Callie Heilborn.
Sean, you ever seen those Scott Sterling videos where they just keep hitting the ball and it just keeps going off his head? This is the Callie Heilborn. Just keep hitting it and she just keeps returning it. Not off of her face, but off of just her fists.
Well, I'm glad that doesn't happen how it happens.
They'll be lifting her up, holding her at the net, the ball just off her face.
Scott Sterling. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But I do know what you're saying, because it seemed like everything was going right at her, and she did a great job, and she shows why she's been a multiple winner of a GNAC Defensive Player of the Week. As Andaya goes on the attack. Somehow Woodruff digs it out. Somehow Lulogo bumps it. Vikings live for another day. Szymanski, that one pancaked by Lulogo as Remsburg across to Andaya. As that one blocked.
Wow.
And that is Ritzesender with another block. You can see on this replay,
it's the pancake, the logo, full extension.
And I love pancakes.
Bam, right into the block. Good play on both sides.
And Logo actually serves from the other side of the court this time, something she's not used to doing. Szymanski, another good defensive dig by Heilborn. And they're going to get Aliaga with the double hit. Good call by the officials on that one. But Heilborn again with 2 more impressive digs. Central Washington now leads 8-6.
We have seen some pretty crazy digs from both defenses this one, I will say. Right now, Heilborn leading the Vikings with 21 digs, and Hannah Stiers, the libero for the Wildcats, has 18. They have both been putting on a show defensively.
Aliaga over to Gunterman, and that is timed perfectly. Heilborn dug out, and I'm not sure if that automatically is out of bounds. I've never actually seen that happen. It went off of the dig by Remsburg, and it hit one of the banners. And the thing about the Vikings is Western has won a lot of
There's a lot of banners.
A lot of banners, and it went off of the banner. Either way, point Vikings. Vikings now down by 1.
There's a couple of banners up there as well that say national runner-up for volleyball, mainly in 2018. You know that these girls would love to have one that says national champion.
And Central Washington with the point there. It bounced back. Wildcats lead by 2.
That was Casey Woodruff making a play on it.
That was Dowd Hebert with the kill for the Wildcats, who still lead by 2. 50-50 ball, and Dowd Hebert is right there, times it perfectly. Wildcats again up by 3.
That's a back-to-back kills now by Emma Dowd Hebert. Just 3 for her in the game. We also mentioned that she is currently the GNAC leader in blocks per set as well.
And that's a good serve by Indaya. Gunterman right there, and again, that was blocked by Dowd Hebert. A good dig by Stiers, and Indaya keeps it alive. And Payne hits it over, and it's tapped over by the Vikings on the dig and hits the antenna. And Coach Diane Flick-Williams calls a timeout to talk things over as the Vikings trail by 4 here in the 3rd set, but they lead 2-0. We'll be right back. Welcome back to WECU Court for Pink Night here in Bellingham, Washington. Western Washington takes on Central Washington in the rivalry game. Earlier in the season, Central Washington beat Western Washington in 4 sets, but the Vikings are up 2-0. Wildcats in this 3rd set, though, doing a great job of answering any type of rally the Vikings have had. But after the timeout by Coach Diane Flick-Williams, Vikings now trail by 3, and Chloe Ritzesender is going to serve.
Ritzesender had that last kill. 50-50 at the net. She sent it down.
And Payne on the attack, and somehow, some way, good reaction by Lologo, but kind of went into the middle of the court there. And Central Washington with another point. They're again ahead by 4.
That will be a kill by Mariana Payne. She's up to 6 now.
And in the match now, Shaughnessy Fisk. As that one is long, service error for Central Washington as Tess Biscup comes in the match for Tupu Lologo. And Malia Aliaga is going to serve for the Vikings. Good serve by Aliaga. Another good dig, out of system play. That one tapped over again. Live another day as Dowd Hebert hits it over, and that one's deflected. Another out of system play. And Fairchild almost got the assist, but better defense by the Wildcats and great defense by the Vikings. That's 2 straight times that Fairchild has had the set. And that's going to be point Central. So Central again up by 4.
It's going to be Ashley Kaufman in the corner. It's a pretty tough angle to defend because she's hitting it at an angle, so if you block it, it's most likely to go straight out of bounds as it did on that last one.
And Central Washington, better energy and great defense as that was Fisk. An attack error by Kaufman. But Kaufman's had a great match thus far. 9 kills to her credit, but that one hits right into the net, and the Vikings now trail by 3.
Yeah, that was Kaufman. She was trying to cut the same angle. This time she put a little too much of an angle on it, hit it straight into the net.
Heilborn with the serve. And Payne. Somehow, some way, Heilborn gets the bump on it, but it goes into the net and goes right off of, it looked like Gunterman's face. She seems to be all right. That's kind of happened a lot this match. But like I said, She is all right. She's still in the match. Shook it off. I would have been on the IL. As Olivia Fairchild gets the kill. That is 8 kills for Fairchild. Vikings now trail by 3. And the Wildcats trying to stave off Western in this third set to go to a fourth and possibly a fifth set. Remsburg over to Ndaya. But Ben, the Vikings have not been able to get a rally going here in this third set.
Yeah, it's because the Central offense has just been much more clean. Fewer attack errors, better kills, better passes, better digs to set up a strong offense. Central offense took 2 sets, but now they have fully arrived.
And Kaufman gets the kill. Ashley Kaufman doing it all for Central. She also has 14 digs.
That was an ace for Kaufman. A great knuckleball at that.
Great job by Kaufman with the ace. And good timing, but Remsburg right there, 50-50 ball. And Ritzesender so good at that timing play. But the Vikings now down by 4. And Tupulologo's going to replace Tess Biska.
Ritzesender, you can see she's done this a number of times where she gets a kill and then is still ready at the net to get that second 50-50. Paid off for her there. 8 kills.
As that one is in. So an ace for Tupulologo. And Coach Ndaya is going to see if he wants to challenge. And
see it on the replay right here. Looks like it just kissed the line.
And they're going to need indisputable evidence. I'm sorry, Ben, on that one, but it looks like they are going to challenge it.
If it stands, that'll be the 7th service ace of the match for the Vikings, the 2nd for Tupulologo. If it does not stand, it'll become a 17-12 game.
So the call in the court is that it is in, and Tupulologo got the ace, and the Vikings trail by 3. But they are looking that over, and I don't blame Coach Ndaya for challenging this one. You don't get to take them home, and there's no real. That angle that might be a little bit tough. That might be tough.
It's just a matter if it touches any part of that white line, it is in. Here's another angle of it. Looks to me like there's a little bit of blue still in there when the ball hits the ground. That would indicate to me that it's just a little bit wide. See if there's a sliver of blue. Can't tell if it's the shadow of the ball or a sliver of blue. Looks like blue to me. I'm going to call it out, but we're going to get an official ruling soon.
And what plays to the Vikings' favor is that it was called in on the court, so the officials need indisputable evidence for them to be able to overturn this call. But like I said earlier, I don't blame Coach Ndaya for challenging that serve because that could be a huge difference in scoring for his team. And like I said, you can't take him home, and you don't really get penalized if you lose it. So you might as well try. Something that the GNAC has had the last 3 seasons. Not a lot of places have it in the nation, especially for Division II. But the Vikings have taken advantage of it. Coach Diane Flick-Williams has challenged a lot of plays throughout the last 3 years. Coach Ndaya, and it looks like they didn't have enough evidence to overturn it, Ben. And you may have been right, but again, it helped the Vikings that the call on the court was that it was in.
Yeah, there was no indisputable video evidence to overturn it. And Coach Ndaya isn't too sure about that one, but it's going to be a 16-13 game. Vikings keep the serve. It'll be Lologo.
And that's another good serve by Lologo. As Boric puts it away. Central now up by 4.
Boric with her 2nd kill. Sydney Remsburg now with 14 assists. We haven't called her name much. She's the one with the long black leggings on. She's played a very good game defensively and some pretty nice sets as well.
And that is an ace. So Central, even though the Vikings got that ace, a couple points ago. Central holds the momentum as Skipworth has been used this match as a serving specialist. She gets the advantage here. Coach Ndaya putting her in just to serve. Central is just all over the place. This third set, a different team from the second set and definitely from the first set, but the Vikings put it away here. And the Vikings want to win this third set. They're going to have to go on a run.
That kill by Chloe Ritzesender. It's a nice set right up the middle by Aliaga. And Aliaga can really just set it anywhere on the court. She can set it wide, she can set it behind her, she can set up a quick one, she can set it middle, and every pass is near perfect.
Dowd Hebert on the attack. And that's almost good defense by Hebert. But nonetheless, that one hits into the net, and Gunterman's going to serve again. The Vikings with 2 straight points.
Timing a little bit off here between Ritzesender and Aliaga. Ritzesender goes up for the spike and then just floats it right over, gets the kill.
And Gunterman with another good serve on the attack. Ndaya, and that one blocked by Ritzesender and Aliaga. The logo right there, Aliaga over to Heilborn, and that's great defense by Dowd Hebert, sending it back. And then the Vikings could have taken a huge step in coming back in this third set if that one was not blocked.
Yeah, you can see right here, watch Heilborn over in the corner. It's blocked. Woodruff was right there. Heilborn actually got a fist on it, hitting it away from her libero.
And Ndaya with the serve. As that one gets through. And Gabby Gunterman again with the kill. She has 12 on the night. Vikings now down by 3.
Kylie Honrud checking into the game for the first time for the Vikings.
And a rare time Callie Heilborn's not on the court. As that one is blocked. As Honrud comes in, plays good defense. Rav the bat as that one goes long. The Vikings now down 2. And Ritzesender's going to serve again for the Vikings.
This set is going to come right down to it. That was Mariana Payne. That one had no chance.
And Ritzesender with a good serve. As Payne's right there. But a great job by Ndaya. Fantastic set, out of system play, and almost the logo almost gets away with a double hit. Great set. Fairchild puts it away.
Olivia Fairchild there making well use of her surroundings, going cross court and getting the kill. With a timeout on the floor, we're going to keep things right here. Central hanging on to a 1-point lead, but 3 straight points for the Vikings. That's a timeout by Coach Mario Ndaya. Mario Ndaya for the Wildcats started coaching in 1996. Here he is. I believe that's his 26th season? 26th season, yeah.
Yes.
He also, earlier this year, hit win number 400. So big congratulations to Coach Ndaya. It's got to be fun for him as well, having his daughter on the team this year, with Tia Ndaya transferring from Gonzaga. Man, she has been a great player. Look at some fans here on Pink Night. Man, I actually do really like those neon pink pom-poms. Those are fun.
I need to get those for myself.
Yeah, even Victor Viking is wearing a pink shirt.
And I like how Victor E. Viking has the sleeves cut off to show his massive biceps.
I aspire to be him.
I aspire to also be him. As we're coming out of the timeout, Vikings with 3 straight points as the Wildcats led 19-15. As you see a student, I don't know if that was a student.
We have our headset on, and I could hear her scream when she got on camera.
It was incredibly piercing. As that one goes long. So unfortunate mistake by the Vikings. Ritzesender has been serving it well all night, but that one goes long. Service error for the Vikings. Central Washington now up by 2. Shaughnessy Fisk with the serve, and that's a good serve by Shaughnessy Fisk. But Fairchild and Ndaya, and great job by Payne, but Unfortunately, that goes long. And we're going to check to see if the monitor is okay.
We have seen this a lot from the Wildcats. Terrific defensive effort, not always resulting in a defensive return. Mariana Payne going into the scores table there to dig it out, but the Vikings got the point.
And knocked over the monitor, and Tim Hardaway would be proud. As that one goes wide. And we're tied here at 20. And Ben, this is kind of what we expected. And kind of what we saw a little bit in the second set. Not as much, but definitely not what we saw in the first set. As the Vikings won the first set 25-13, but Central Washington is definitely better than that, and we're seeing it here in this third set.
It took Central about a set and a half to warm up offensively, but ever since then, this has been a neck-and-neck game.
And the thing about it, Vikings have the momentum, but Central Washington can take it back at any moment. And that's good communication by the Vikings, not to run into each other, as that one goes long. And the Vikings are on a 6-1 run. They were down by 4, 19-15. Central Washington had all the momentum.
Yeah, and quickly now, 3 straight points. That was Ashley Kaufman. She's been so good in the second half of this game. Just went wide, or long, I should say.
And Kaufman, she puts that one away, so we're tied at 21.
Right back to her. Love the confidence there by both the setter, Tia Andaya, and Kaufman to go right back to her, and she gets a kill. Tying this one back up at 21.
And out of the game now is Kylie Honrod, the redshirt freshman, with a good jolt for the Vikings. When she arrived, that's when the Vikings went on that 6-1 run, when she got into the match. And that one is out.
That was mighty close down the line. Olivia Fairchild, not sure she agrees with it. Central is certainly happy about it. Let's take a look at it right here.
Let's see the replay.
Did it touch white?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Referee looked like she was in the way just of that view, but she was right on top of it, and she called it out.
As Fairchild decides to do a little bit more of an angle towards the middle of the court to avoid putting it into the official's hands.
Olivia Fairchild, 11 kills. There's that play again. Leah Aliaga sets it just behind her head, and Fairchild soars and smacks it down.
And that is a great serve by Heilborn.
Great defense.
And fantastic defense by Central Washington as well. We're seeing some great play by all three. Vikings up 23-22. Let's see if Coach Ndaya calls the timeout here.
This effort defensively by the Wildcats is incredibly commendable.
It is hard sometimes to call a match as Coach Ndaya calls a timeout. We're going to keep things here. Vikings up 23-22. But it is hard sometimes to call a match, Ben, when it is this exciting. And we've seen great volleyball throughout the years. Of course we have. We've been a part of the Western program for a long time. Me longer than you, but definitely for years. And it seems like this year the GNAC is has the most competitiveness that they've had from top to bottom. You're not seeing a lot of just straight sweeps. Even though the Vikings have swept the last 3 matches, it's not a foregone conclusion anymore. All the teams are legit.
Yeah, right now, Western Washington at 8-1 in the GNAC is tied for first in GNAC play. They're tied with Alaska Anchorage, who lost on Thursday to Seattle Pacific to fall to 8-1. So a tie at the top of the GNAC, Western Washington and Alaska Anchorage. You see on your screen right now, the Vikings will be traveling to Alaska next Thursday and Saturday to take on Anchorage and Fairbanks. But after that, Western and Anchorage was ranked. Western still is ranked. After them, Simon Fraser is sitting at 7-3 in GNAC play. They were ranked earlier in the season after beating number 1 overall, Cal State San Bernardino. And then you got Central Washington, Alaska Fairbanks, and Seattle Pacific all at 6-4. So that's 6 teams all within 3 games in the GNAC. And yeah, this has been a much more competitive conference year than we've seen in years past. It's great for the conference.
And the hard part about it is they're all beating up on each other.
Yeah.
As that one is blocked by Fairchild. And the Vikings are at match point now. Vikings up 24-22. Vikings on a 9-3 run here, and they're at match point as Heilborn's going to serve for the Vikings. Fisk right there, Stiers over to Kaufman, and that one's how it's going to end. And what a great comeback here in the third set by the Vikings to take this sweep and get their revenge against their cross-state rivals, Central Washington University. And both these teams might meet each other later in the year at the regional tournament. It all depends on how Central and how Western finishes their match. Finishes their season rather, as the Vikings are clapping for the band and the fans here. The Vikings win in straight sets, 25-13, 25-22, and 25-22.
Vikings now 8-game winning streak, 4 sweeps in a row, 9-1 in GNAC play. Let's take a quick look at the stats. Vikings with 10 more kills than the Wildcats. Vikings hit 260, Wildcats 110. Western also had 3 more blocks. Leading the way for the Vikings, Gunterman 12 kills, Fairchild 11, Ritzender 10, Kaufman with 10 kills for the Wildcats. What a fun game here on this Saturday. Pink night, rivalry game, couldn't have gone much better for the Vikings.
And join me and Ben, or actually just Ben, in a couple of weeks on the 4th. Vikings will take on St. Martin's here at WECU Court. But before that, the Vikings are going to take off and go to Alaska for a couple matches. Thursday against Fairbanks at 8 p.m. Pacific, and on Saturday against Anchorage, also at 8 p.m. Pacific. But we will see you, me and Ben both will see you on the 6th against Western Oregon. Again, Vikings win in straight sets. Thanks for listening in. Have a great night.
Good night, everybody.